All right, so on Maritime today, we're looking at trade facilitation and economic growth, the customs remedy. Joining me on the phone line all the way from Abuja this morning is Assistant Controller Abdullahi Aliu Maywaida, who is the Public Relations Officer for the Nigerian Customs Service. Mr. Maywaida, it's nice to have you join us. Good morning. Hello, Maywaida, are you there? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so it appears we're having a little bit of connection problem. Hello there, are you there? Okay, Maywaida, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yeah, good morning. Hello? Okay, so...
Yeah, good morning. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. So it's nice to have you join us. How is Abuja this morning?
Yeah, Abuja is cool.
Great.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Wonderful. So back in January this year, we had a conversation with you, and I know that time you were speaking positively on the prospects of a very, very good year for the service. This is almost 9 months after. So how is the Nigerian Customs Service performing in terms of meeting up with the laid down goals and objectives for 2025?
Well, I think thank you very much for this question, and thank you very much for this opportunity once again. Well, I'm a proponent of balance. What I mean by proponent of balance is our KPIs are interwoven and interrelated.
Right.
And the fact that they are interrelated, a failure in one of the KPIs will affect the other one. Just like the way you have a system in your body, if you have a problem in one of your organs, it can affect the entire body.
Right.
So also those arms of our responsibilities. So basically, I can say yes, it has not been a very, very smooth sailing. Yes, there are contours along the line, but because we are resilient and we are determined, and we are purposeful, and we are result-oriented. I think substantially in terms of revenues, we are doing well.
Right.
In terms of trade facilitation tools applied by customs, we are moving forward. In terms of innovation and ICT, we are also moving forward. Then in terms of suppression of smuggling, we are doing also substantially well.
All right. I love the way you have described it. At least you looked at it from all sides, not just for the positives alone. But if you had to separate the oranges from the apples in terms of landmarks or perhaps milestones, what would you say are the areas that you guys are standing out this year, 2025?
Well, I think we are starting out. Number one, I need to make emphatic reference to our effort to see our modernization project is blooming. Today, we can proudly state that we're using a clearance platform that belongs to us.
Okay.
Not under the tutelage of service providers from somewhere in the world where we don't even know where they host their servers. We are very resilient. We have a platform that belongs to us today, despite the initial takeoff challenges, but we call it our own, which is called Bodogu.
Right.
Bodogu is an indigenous platform known as Unified Custom Management System, designed for clearance process. It has taken over completely our legacy platform called NICIS, Nigeria Integrated Custom Information System.
Okay.
Now we are having what we call a Unified Custom Management System. B stands for border, Odogu stands for strength. So we gave it an indigenous name to define who we are as a nation and to align with Mr. President first Nigeria policy.
Okay.
So today the platform is what we use for our clearance. Despite initial teaching challenges, we're able to surmount, and we'll keep on improving and updating ourselves with that platform.
All right. I know I've spoken to a lot of people on this program, and they've commented about the B Odogu system, which they have commended. Some did say yes, it's an indigenous or perhaps a kind of local solution for our own problems, which is commendable. But others have equally said, well, while it is commendable, but you guys rushed into implementation without proper experimentation. So, and that is why we've had it very, very tough all through the year with this Biodogu system. What's your response to those that are making this kind of comments?
Well, I started by acknowledging the fact that there were teaching issues at the beginning, which are bound to happen. And I went on to say, I want to slightly disagree with this assertion. The fact that we're unable to a kind of do the necessary need assessment before enrolling the program. Why my slight disagreement is that we run a pilot test.
All right.
One, after running a pilot test for almost 6 months in PTML command, even without using Form M, before we embark and gradually started rolling in major command and major seaports. So it was not something that we rushed, it was planned. There were adequate stakeholders engagement. As I'm talking to you, the stakeholders engagement are ongoing. Yesterday we are supposed to have one in Port Harcourt to hear from our feedback from our stakeholders. And our ability to hear from them will give us the opportunity to improve on the system. So there are teaching issues. We're able to surmount them, and we're surmounting most of them. So now, the issue of consultation is one of the key things we see in implementation of any new innovation.
Did you consult widely? Did you consult widely before the implementation?
In fact, it's a continuous process. Different B2B businesses were consulted, government agencies that need to integrate with us. It's because banks who are also responsible. I think the consultation is a continuous process. We have been doing it, and we'll continue to do it.
And for those that are experiencing those kind of delays as a result of downtime from the Biodogu system, is there any kind of remedy that you guys are bringing to bear to say, well, maybe at such a point in time, if our system is down, issues of demurrage will be looked into? Are you guys doing that?
Well, if you look at it earlier, a month or 2 months back, the CBT has there are some mandates that are beyond our mandate. We can only consult and look at the way forward, look at a win-win situation.
Anyway,
the CGC has expressed some kind of concern over what transpired, and he has engaged the Executive Secretary of Nigeria Shippers Council. Our consultations are ongoing, but it's not within our purview to do that. We have to also liaise with other agencies.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This is Maritime Today, and I have the Public Relations Officer for the Nigerian Customs Service joining us on the program. A brief break. We will be back.
Nigerian Shippers Council Day to serve you well. No matter the problem, we go solve them for you.
Yes, so the Nigerian Shippers Council, they feel in a parole now for every level. And as soon as goods, they move from port A, go enter port B with a measure within on a need. For the Nigerian Shippers Council, we don't sharp proper to fit hear you wella, work with you wella, and help you fit serve your customers them better, no matter where them day. As we country port economic regulator, the Nigerian Shippers Council get every now to fit make government consider the problem where shippers them they face. Visit we office for number 4 or to buy your daily show your daily lane. Papa email us for nsc@shipperscouncil.gov.ng. We website now www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng. Allow us on top 0818-888-8895 or 0703-584-6468.
For you, we dey gidigba.
Nigerian Shippers Council with the meeting now for the port of Nanir.
Maritime Today on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Trade facilitation and economic growth. The customs remedy is our focus this morning. Assistant Comptroller Abdullahi Aliu Meiwada is our guest. He's the Public Relations Officer for the Nigerian Customs Service. He is taking us to the classroom this morning. Mr. Meiwada, are you there?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Good. So there's this sticking issue, which is really, really a big one indeed in the industry as we speak right now. All through the month of August and, of course, through September, we had 1 or 2 issues that relates to the 4% free on board tax. And I need you to, respond to that. There's a sticking point that we cannot shy away from at this time. And I need you to put some kind of clarity. I know that the suspension of the 4% free on board tax, was effected by the Minister of Finance on the 15th of September 2025. But as we speak right now, I understand the FOB is still being implemented by the customs. Why is that so?
Thank you very much for this opportunity once again. And let me give a clarity to the whole perspective about the 4% FOB. This is a government that listens to traders, listens to manufacturers, and believes that consultations are the best way to implement policies. Now, here we're not talking about policy, we're talking about a law that was established by the National Assembly. Earlier, we were about to, this is something that's supposed to be implemented since 2023, because we believe the stakeholders are very strategic, and we need to also look into their own concerns before the implementation. So it's not a policy, it's a law.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the outcome of the memo you saw from Ministry of Finance, it stated that suspension pending on consultation with relevant stakeholders.
Right.
And follow up to that consultation, you will agree with me that first, the concerns were raised by Airline Operators of Nigeria, by Manufacturers Association of Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that 4% is what is used for the modernization project of the service. The Bodogu you saw was not built free of charge. There are licenses, there are processes in which it was developed. The new scanners, 7 scanners out of 57 scanners, 67 that are coming into the port. Some have been installed in our NACO and SACO shade of Murtala Mohammed Kagwe Airport. One is about to be installed in Tinkan, and we are having a one Gantrix scanner that will be installed in Apapa, and another one in One. All those are product of modernization. They require funding. It's a concession agreement that will last for 20 years that requires end-to-end automation of process of procedures of Nigeria Customs Service.
Right.
So for customs to effectively discharge its responsibilities, definitely there must be funding. And without that funding, the security of the nation will be impeded, the revenue of the nation will be impeded, as well as there won't be trade facilitation. So let's look at things from both sides of the coin. So definitely that agency must work, and there must be a source of funding.
So if I'm to interject here, just 1 second.
Don't interject.
Okay.
Because if you interject, my flow will.
All right.
So that source of funding is what is supposed to use to run the organization. Now, secondly, now back to your question. Now, let me align with your question. Now, if you look at everything that transpired, it's the memo stated that after consultation. Now, the bygone of that memo, you can see evidence of consultations.
Right.
First, the Controller General of Customs have engaged first with the President of MAN in Custom Headquarters. After that engagement with the President of MAN, we agreed to have an open conversation where all members, subsectors from MAN will be part of that engagement in Lagos. And we said, no, you are not coming to us, we are coming to you. Let's come and have that engagement and arrive at a conclusion based on the directive of the Honorable Minister of Finance. So whatever we are doing in line with his directive as the supervisory minister of our agency. So we did that, and we had also engagement with Airline Operators of Nigeria. You can see the evidence. If you type your phone, you will see the evidence of our engagement with
All right.
them.
So,
now,
Mr.
at the end of it,
yes, quickly.
At the end of it,
yes.
At the end of it, now there was a joint press briefing by both the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the Controller General of Customs. It was an almost over 6 hours engagement, and out of it, the Controller General of Customs announced the directives through the Ministry of Finance on items that are excluded from that 4% FOB.
Okay.
And there are items under Chapter 98 of 99 of the Customs Air Cost Common External Tariff, items that are spare parts for airline operators, items under the presidential initiative on issues relating to medical equipment and so on. Then items that have IDEC, which is provided by Federal Ministry of Finance, import duty exemption certificate.
So Mr. Mewada,
this
so
is very
I take
clear.
it
There's no any controversy.
Right. So I take it from you that you are admitting that the implementation of the FOB is very much on, despite the announcement of suspension from the minister. So that is what
I think you didn't get me right.
That is what your explanation.
No. That is not what I said.
Okay. So
but
let's
very wrong.
Let's move on.
No. I have to clarify.
Okay.
I have to clarify this.
Right.
I have to put it in proper context. What I said is the content of the suspension was that after engagement for further consultations, and now that consultation has taken place based on the directive of the minister.
Okay. All right.
So you can't quote me on that matter, please. I did not say that, and I will not say that, and I will never say that.
All right. So let's take it in proper perspective. Now, I know that you had that meeting with the Manufacturers Association, and the resolution was that there are certain things that you guys are going to be exempting from the FOB, the 4% FOB, for them based on their peculiar challenges. So the question now is, are you guys having a sectoral implementation of this FOB, or is it going to be the same across board? I mean, if you meet with MAN and you say they're going to be exempted in these areas, that areas, are you now saying you are doing a sectoral implementation of the FOB?
Another perspective I need to put in proper context. There was an announcement of items or goods that are categorized to be exempted from 4% FOB, based on an announcement by the CE, by the minister through the Comptroller General of Customs. You understand? We don't have the powers to do that. But it was announced by the Comptroller General of Customs. It was through the Comptroller General of Customs from the Honorable Minister. So it's not, we don't operate a fiat. There is a ministry that supervises us, and anything we do is in consultation and supervision of that ministry.
All right. Let's take some reactions that are coming in for you. Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM. I have the Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Customs Service, who is here with us, Abdullahi Aliu Mewada. He's the PRO. This one says, Sir, why does it sometimes take so long to clear goods at the ports in Nigeria compared to other neighboring countries? Kayode Ojo is sending this one in. Mewada, that's a question for you.
There are so many factors that are responsible for the delay in clearance of items of goods in the port. It's not every delay that is associated with customs. Some of the delays can be associated with even the importer himself. If that importer is non-compliant and his item must be subjected to scrutiny, then it can cause delay. It can also be from maybe because of infrastructure. It can also be from customs also. So there are different elements that will determine that will cause delay in clearance of your items.
All right.
For instance, now, the new Badogu platform, we are used to staggering our Form M's. We can import a value of our Form M, maybe it's $100, and you have a gap of 10%. And during the nicest era, you can import the value of item to even surpass what you have. Now Badogu will not allow that. That can cause delay. Somebody may not understand the system. It can cause delay. It can also be from us. I will not sit down here and tell you that there are not delays that are caused by customs.
Right.
All right. Yes.
Let's take some more reactions. This one says, good morning, Victor. For small business owners who import just little quantities, customs processes seem overwhelming. Any plans to make it easier for the SMEs? Mr. Aguru is sending this one in. Mr. Aguru, thank you so much. Another one here says, good morning. It says, I'm sorry, but it seems like the customs focuses more on collecting revenues rather than actually facilitating trade. You didn't put your name, but thank you so much. Another one here. Let me just rush all of them. It was a Kingsley from Ilupeju. Sir, when will Nigerian customs fully embrace technology like other countries where clearance takes just hours instead of weeks? You didn't put your name too. Thank you so much. All right, let's just quickly see if we can react to some of these concerns in short responses. Mayweather.
My brain cannot capture them.
All right.
Can we start with the first one?
Yeah. So
what's the first one?
It says small businesses, business owners who import quantities.
Thank you. Small SMEs. Let me tell you one thing you don't even know. When we pilot our AEO, Authorized Economic Operator Program, which is a VIP treatment for compliance, which means you have expedited treatment of your goods because of compliance when you meet certain criteria. The companies that are involved, we have SMEs there because they prove some sense of compliance, and we enroll them into our AEO program. So SMEs are very important. They are very critical sectors in the economy, and we are not neglecting them. Okay. If you are importing vehicles that are maybe Tokumbo vehicles, you don't need to go through PAR because we know there are small importations.
Okay. And
so SMEs are also considered also. Next, what is the next question?
So the next question is talking about customs just interested in revenue collection rather than facilitating trade.
Well, I think I lay my foundation. You started raising question with revenue, and I tried to neutralize your perspective on revenue, telling you that how each and every segment or function is a system, and those systems require to work together. So I think I disagree with that.
All right. Kingsley is saying, well, will Nigeria customs fully embrace technology like other countries?
Well, if you look at our level of proficiency in terms of even the way our level of technological advancement in customs, we are far ahead of so many agencies in Nigeria. In fact, so many. So, and I think we are doing well in terms of technology, but there's room for improvement. Okay. That's why we have a trade modernization project ongoing. Right. That's why we believe in having end-to-end automation of our process and procedure. That's why we have a clearance platform that is automated. That's why we are having non-intrusive inspection technology. That's why we are embracing the issue of remote sensing GIS in our anti-smuggling activities. So we believe in technology, and that part of the policy of control agent customs policy is innovation. So we believe in innovation.
Let me quickly sneak this last one in from Alaji Bello. Alaji Bello is sending a message from Ikeja. He says, sometimes the value customs places on goods is higher than what is imported is higher than what importers actually paid. Why does this happen?
Well, I think I want him to give a specific reason. Sometimes we have what you call under invoicing by some importers. You import an item, fake invoicing, and so on. And when we realize the value is not in tandem with the reality of those values, there's what we call value upliftment. And the customs value is quite different from street value. Customs value, CIF value is quite different from what you say the value in the market. Right. It's cost, insurance, and freight. Okay. So there are streamlined processes of valuation in customs, and we have 6 steps of valuation. If you cannot ascertain the value of an item based on transaction value method, you go to transaction value of similar goods, transaction value of identical goods, deductive method. There are 6 methods that you are used to arrive at customs value, which is an international standard of valuation in customs. So it's not done arbitrarily based on fiat or whatever.
All right, then we have to leave it at that for now. I wish we had more time to continue this conversation, but let me say a very big thank you to you for connecting with us on the program this morning.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, and we are looking forward. We have platforms for any inquiry, any complaint. Please reach out to us on our help desk. We are ready to improve in our services to Nigerians. Right. We are rendering service, and we are ready to hear feedback from our stakeholders. Thank you very much. Okay, then. So we've been able to look at trade facilitation and economic growth, the customs remedy, and taking us on this excursion, Assistant Controller Abdullahi Aliu Mayweather, who is a public relations officer for the Nigeria Customs Service. We have to go. The program has been produced by Taiwo Barua. Maximum shout out going out to Dayo Anthony. Of course, to our social media team, we do appreciate your Kwemi Shodunke and Remy Aluko. I also want to appreciate Rebecca Adamu, who's Assistant Director of Public Relations for the Nigerian Shippers Council. You can connect with them on all their platforms at NG Shippers. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a great day. Bye.
Nigerian Shippers Council they to serve you well. No matter the problem, we go solve them for you.
Yes, so the Nigerian Shippers Council they feel in a parole now for every level, and as una goods they move from port A go enter port B with a measure within una need. For the Nigerian Shippers Council, we don't sharp proper to fit hear you wella, work with you wella, and help you fit serve your customers them better, no matter where them dey. As we country port economic regulator, the Nigerian Shippers Council get every now to fit make government consider the problem where shippers them they face. Visit we office for number 4 or to buy your daily show your daily. Papa email us for nsc@shipperscouncil.gov.ng. We website now www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng. Allow us on top 0818-888-8895 or 0703-584-6468.
For you, we dey gidigba,
Nigerian Shippers Council with the meeting for the port of Nanir.